Oh, good evening. Good evening, my people, my people. How you doing, yeah? It's your boy. Yeah, we thought we'd do a little live, 6 o'clock live, a little bit of improv. Yes, improv. That could stand for improvement, but it is like improvisation. What it is basically is you're going to listen to your boy here, have a little spiel, have a laugh, try and create some fun. Some fun on another word, on and on in other words, miserable YouTube. Yeah, I will bring some joy, laughter, and cheer to this miserable YouTube. Yes, I don't know about the miserable YouTube, but it's miserable weather outside. It's raining cats and dogs where I am at the moment. But let's wait and see if we get any people in the chat. We go for the 20 is plenty tonight, yeah? You know the motto of the channel, the old school Pete came out with, 20 is plenty. We don't want any more than 21, 20, not 21, I nearly said, 20 people at any one time. We keep it below that. We keep the numbers low, keep it nice and cozy and tight, and people can have a laugh in the chat. Oh, good evening to the one and only, the fantastic, the guy from the wonderful Emerald Isle of Ireland. Yeah, the wonderful Republic of Ireland, from the city of Dublin, the one and only Stevie Boy Billings. Good evening to you, Stevie Boy. Hope all is well in the Emerald Isle at the moment. There seems to be a lot of Ferrari going on in the Isle of Ireland, the actual Republic of Ireland. But there's this thing about what do you call it? Migrants. You know, migrants. I don't know if they're illegal migrants or whatever, but I see in my feeds I get loads of videos coming up, and I watched one video the other day, and this guy went down. There was some political party, I think might be called PBS or PCS or something. And then he had the other one, SF. Well, that's Sinn Féin, innit? Anyway, this guy, he was chasing them a bit. You know, when they were sticking leaflets through the door, he was the Sinn Féin in Ireland. I'll tell you what it was, Stevie Boy. I'll tell you it was. You might know this place. It was called, well, a generalised area. This guy was chasing them all about these politicians in South Dublin. South Dublin, this guy was right on their back. What are you doing about these migrants and all that stuff? This guy from South Dublin. God blame me, this South Dublin guy. I'll find it. Actually, what I'll do is, after this live stream, I'll find that guy who does the video. You know the video I was telling you about? If I can find it, and I will share it. I will share it on my channel. But this guy, like, he's taking direct action against the politicians. He's saying, what are you doing? Yeah. He actually went, there was a memorial thing about something about, you know, the Troubles. This was in Dublin, South Dublin, and there was they were sort of there was people all holding a little sort of parade thing. This is in South Dublin somewhere. And that guy, the guy I was telling you about, complaining about migrants and all that, he's went into that. Well, you know there about this person who is no longer on the planet Earth. Like, this was this Sinn Féin were holding this commemoration thing, and he was chewing into them about the migrants at the thing. What about these migrants? What about the migrants? He was saying there in the South Dublin. You're not doing anything for the Irish people. What are you doing for the Irish? Oh, God, he was going crazy, this guy. This guy was going crazy. I'll tell you what, but he would make a marvellous, what do you call it? What do you call that thing? You know, like a representative. You know, if you want somebody to stick up for your area, like a community leader or something, community activist. And he was going, what are you going to do about him? What are you going to do there, eh? This is in South Dublin. See, I'm clueless about what is actually going on. You know what I mean? So I don't know if they are. Stevie Boy says, let's see, Stevie Boy says, my view. Stevie Boy don't talk like, sound like that. My view. Let me just read this out. My view is that no human is illegal. No, Stevie Boy don't sound like that. He don't sound like that. He probably sounds a bit like, let me think. Stevie Boy probably sounds a bit like, my. Hang on, I'm just transitioning. You like that word? I'm just transitioning into Irish mode from the sort of South Dublin area. Yeah. My Stevie Boy, see if you recognise your own voice here. My hang on. My view is that no human is my view. Oh, my view. Hang on a minute. Get the tone right. My view is that no human is illegal. It's my view that no human is illegal. It's my view that no human is illegal. It's my view that no human is illegal. That sounds a bit like you, Stevie Boy, I think. I toned it down to get a nice little twang on the Irish accent from South Dublin. Do you know what I mean? Like South Dublin. I mean, I could have done it in my Indian accent. It's the best one of all. You probably got a few Indian people in Dublin, ain't you? South Dublin. My view is that no human is illegal. My view is that no human is illegal. See, that's a mixture of Indian and Irish from the South Dublin area. Oh yes, the South Dublin's area. Here we go in the chat here. Let's say good evening to a few people. Oh, good evening to the one and only, my most super duperest of super duper mods, the one and only, the fantastic, tremendous, absolutely fabulous, gorgeous, beautiful Peggy. Good evening to you, darling. Thank you for coming on board and keeping an eye on things. But everything's hunky-dory these days. The channel is very, very, how can I put it, quiet. Since I got rid of all the riffraff, when I say get rid of all the riffraff, I put up the force field. You know the force field? When I blocked about over 50 accounts, you know, I'd done a bit of the old, you know, the old Star Trek force field, just for wall up. Picked about 50 odd account names, which I thought were negative forces in the universe, and I put the old kibosh on them, blocked. Some of them were probably were thinking to themselves, well, why would I be blocked for this guy's channel? Why would I be blocked from this fella's channel? Why would I be? And what you just have to go with is you have to just go with the flow, actually, and think to yourself, well, if I'm blocked, I'm blocked. And just take it on the chin. Yes, take it on the chin. Some people who might have been like, how can I put it? May not have been up for blocking, but did get blocked. Just have to take that as casualties of war. Oh, casualties of war. Oh, yeah, now I just mentioned the casualties of war. Probably our next live, we will do another YouTube Army Platoon parade. We'll do a YouTube Army Platoon parade. But you're going to have to remember your ranks, because we've got so many people of different ranks in the YouTube Army Platoon. Yeah, the YouTube Army Platoon. Of course, we know who the commanding officer is. That one, I mean, I'll give you a few of our key officers, yeah? Our commanding officer commanding, yeah, of the whole YouTube Army Platoon is, of course, is our one and only Major Peggy. She is the rank of Major. And then we have our Company Sergeant Major. Yeah, Company Sergeant Major. Yes, the wonderful one and only Sean Wayne. Yes, he is a Company Sergeant Major of the YouTube Army Platoon. So don't forget your ranks for the next YouTube Army Platoon parade. Stevie boy, I don't know what rank you are, but did I give you a rank? I don't know if Stevie boy was a sniper, because there was 3 of them that were snipers, yeah? Oh no, hang on a minute. I don't think Stevie boy can be in the YouTube, the YouTube army platoon, because he comes from Republic. That's another country, isn't it, man? This is for the UK. You know the UK, the wonderful UK of United Kingdom. That is the YouTube army platoon. We are part of the United Kingdom. So I don't know. I can ask the other ranks. You know, if the other ranks, the other flipping hell, that sort of makes a funny noise, that, doesn't it? Listen, the other ranks, emphasising the R. I'll ask the other ranks in the chat if you could be part of the YouTube army platoon, because it is mainly to protect the wonderful United Kingdoms. Yeah, you know the United Kingdom? Yeah, the United Kingdom. You know, God save the king, that sort of thing. You know what I mean? We take up arms. We take up arms at all times. I'm going to just say something to people out there. You know, this is a bit of improv, isn't it? Improv. I'm just talking a load of, well, I don't know. You could call it old toffee if you like. I'm just talking away, like trying to be humorous and funny. No funny diabolically with your falling off your seat funny. I mean, I can't have such a big head as that, can I? You know what I mean? But I'm just trying to amuse you for a little while, half an hour or something. And what I was going to say is, if there's anybody out there of a certain age, and you're not too tech savvy, you might not even have to be all that old or anything, but you know, like, you know, this thing about mobile phones and online and all that sort of stuff. You know what I mean? You're no clued up. You're not tech savvy. You're not tech savvy, eh? Well, if you're not tech savvy, I've got something you can do to improve your tech savviness. Yes, your tech savviness. See, if we join that together, it can be one word, and it sounds like one word. Tech savviness. There's Regimental Sergeant Major just came in. Thank you for your coming in this evening. The fantastic Regimental Sergeant Major Sean Wayne, present and correct, sir. Yes, you know I'm only backroom staffing and the war cabinet. I'm the pen pusher, campaign organiser and recruitment organiser. I'm not actually on the front line like you guys of the YouTube army platoon. No. I'm just a humble backroom guy. I'm a humble backroom guy. Anyway, getting back to the tech savviness. Let me say good evening to a few people. Like we haven't got a lot here in the chat, so I can say good evening. Good evening to the one and only, the fantastic Karina. I hope you're well, darling. I hope all's good in the hood. Yes, good evening to the one and only MC. MC, good evening to ya. MC, good evening to ya. Good evening to David Williams. Oh, here we go, he says. Oh, here we go. Yeah, he's got a nice little Celtic strip on, I think, has David Williams. Let me put this on the board. I spot one of our fellow Tims in the chat. Yeah, Peggy, I spot a fellow Tim in the chat. Big up for the Tims. We got a Tim in the chat. Well done. You might be up for promotion for the YouTube Army Platoon, David Williams. Well done for the Celtic strip on there, by the way. Well done indeed. Anyway, good evening to the one and only. I think he's colour sergeant at the moment. I think his rank is colour sergeant, pending a promotion on the next YouTube Army Platoon parade, which is it's not tonight, that one, but it's the one and only Zeus, colour sergeant Zeus, present and correct, sir. Present and correct, sir. Well done for that, for being on parade. Oh yes, I think we're going to have to give this guy, definitely give him put him in the promotion. The Liam Carty, yes, Liam Carty, yeah. Are you ready to party, Mr. Liam Carty? Yes, you're definitely up for promotion in the next YouTube Army Parade. But that's not tonight. That's for another evening. And we've got the wonderful Corporal Cara Kay from the Little Belfast. The Little Belfast. Because she's in such a funny little area, funny little area, we are going to have to definitely give her a good promotion on the next YouTube Army Parade, because she's doing well in Belfast. Well done for the Belfast. Well done for the Belfast. Anyway, getting back to this thing about the tech savviness. Now, anybody, this could be anybody of any age or whatever. If you're not too confident and all that on online, smartphone, all that sort of stuff, smartphone, using your laptop, you know, and computers and that, I've got a little exercise for you. This will actually give you more confidence using the internet, etc. Than that. What you do is not give yourself a budget of about, say, £10. 10 of the king's good pounds, yeah? So that's not going to break the bank, is it? It's not going to break the bank at all. 10 of the good the good King Charles's pounds, the £10 note. Well, you won't have a £10 note, it'll be in your bank account, right? But the good £10, we will use that £10 to give you some sort of confidence on the internet. And what you've got to do with that £10 is, that is your budget. And then what you do is you go onto Amazon. You know Amazon? Yes, the site called Amazon. And what you do is just start buying items, right, with free delivery. You know what I mean? Like, see if you can get ones for free delivery. So you're in that tenner, you could buy, say, 2 items at £5, and that is a grand total of £10, right? And just say you've already looked, so you're only picking items with free delivery, and you get your free delivery. So you get them delivered to your house. What I mean to say is that if you've got a house where it's just like your front door, and you don't live in a block of flats, say, but you live in a house, well, that's all right. You can get that delivered to your house, because they'll knock on your door, or they'll, you know what I mean? You'll probably be in, or else you'll what you call it? They'll leave it on your doorstep. It should be quite safe at your little house with your garden or whatever, right? But if you live in the flats, you might want to get it delivered to a thingy point, a delivery point. It could be, now I'll give you an example, because I've actually done this. This is just to practice. This is to practice using, this is to practice, this is to practice your tech savvy skills. So what I've done was I bought some items, yeah, but for, you know, like, you know that thing I was telling you about, the £10 budget? And I got mine delivered to a delivery point, you know, like a delivery point. And I actually went and picked mine up from a supermarket called, yes, called Waitrose. You know, quite a high quality supermarket, pricey, very, very pricey, you know, for your groceries and your products. But they've got a delivery place you can pick up your Amazon parcels and your, like, John Lewis parcels or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, anyway, I'm giving you the idea how to get some practice. So what you will do is so say you live in the flats, you order 2 items for £10. That's £5 per item, free delivery, and you will go and collect it from your delivery point. Now it might be Tesco's, a Tesco's supermarket. They've got a delivery point there near where you live, or it might be a sort of a newsagent's, you know, like a newsagent shop near where you live. But whatever that happens is, you get your 2 items, right? You get your 2 items, so you've ordered them online and all that, right? And then what you do is you send them back, you return them, yeah. What you do is you open it up and all that, have a look at it. Yeah, you have a look at it. Open up the thing. Don't rip the bag to bits. You know, the brown bag from Amazon. You know, the paper bagging or whatever. And then you go back online, yeah, and you say, I'm returning the items, and they give you lots of things to tick. oh, why not? Was this item not good, or was it misrepresented? It was unsuitable. There's all these little things, and you just tick the dot. You just dot one of the sections, and then you dot another section or whatever. And basically, what you do is it tells you then where to, I don't know, you might not be able to take it back to where you picked it up from, you know, the delivery point, because this particular one I went for, Waitrose, I couldn't get it on the thing again. I had to go up the road to another place. But what you do is you follow the return items on Amazon, yeah, in your emails, go into the return items. Go into your account on Amazon, and then return the item, and then you get an email with your a QR code that you take to the shop to return the item. And then what you do is you take your items to the shop, and they will scan your QR code, and you will when your item is sent back, yeah, and it gets delivered back to Amazon, you get your money back in your bank account. So what I'm trying to say to you is, yeah, you can order a couple of items, say £5 each, free delivery, and not having any intention of wanting these items, just pick two things, just to practice your online tech savviness, right? And then take them back. Take them back to a shop that's going to return them. You'll get told where to go. You can pick one or whatever and return them, and you can just practice. You can practice your tech savviness. Yeah, it don't cost you nothing either. Because all you're doing is buying stuff and then returning it. Yeah, let me have a sip of my lovely coffee. Yeah. Yes, so basically that's what you're doing. You're improving your tech savviness, yeah? So improving your tech savviness. So that's a good idea for you there. A good idea for you there. And yes, that's a good idea for you. So what we're doing is we're just doing what do you call it, a bit of improvisation tonight, innit? Improvisation, like I'm trying to keep away from the you know, all the stuff that's going on YouTube and all that other you know, like all this drama that's everywhere on YouTube. Do you know what I mean? Like it's very, very, I'm trying to think, it's very, very close to the edge, innit? You know, some of the stuff that some of the stuff that is going on YouTube. But when you're doing improv, you know, when you're doing a bit of the old improv like I'm doing tonight, you might have to mention the odd thing, isn't you? You know, this isn't getting involved as such. It's not getting involved in such, but we're going to have to talk on improv, you know, in improv here. Like, now I'm trying to work out this thing about a relationship, yeah? This is a relationship between man and woman, yeah? Man and woman, yeah? You know, like Adam and Eve, you know, Adam and Eve. Do you Adam and Eve it? Do you get that one? Do you Adam and Eve it? Believe it? Yes. So I will make a generalised improv comment on something that's been going on YouTube. Now I can't understand. Understand? Yes, that's a good Scottish word for you. Understand, that is. I cannot understand, but up in Scotland I cannot understand why the two people, you know, like two people, like man and woman, right? They would hook up. We'll use this terminology, hook up. That's a sort of a dating word, isn't it? Hook up. You get man and woman on YouTube in chats together chatting on panels chatting as well on panels, yeah. In the public domain, right? So you get man and woman, and then I don't know if man and woman already knew each other before they started like chatting on YouTube, right? But man and woman, yeah, we'll just keep it simple. Man and woman and meet, yes, they meet. Yeah, they meet. And it's like the only way I can explain it is like Vesuvius. You know, the volcano when it erupts with the lava. It's red hot, and it's red hot. Yes, it's steamy. It's steamy. We're going back in time to ancient Rome, but it's like that's the man and woman. They meet. They have a connection. Yeah, right. You'd think everything's gone rosy then, wouldn't you? You think everything's gone rosy, then all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, but a while later, there's recriminations and, well, what happened? You know, it's turned really, I'm trying to think of a word for it. Well, I don't know. It's really off the scale. Off the scale. I mean, look, I'm not wanting to mention any names about the man and woman. I'm just sort of making a generalised improv on it. You know, improv. Yeah. The funny thing about it. I mean, the funny thing about it. I have to mention a name because this is a funny thing. Yeah. Right. You've got. You got a woman, yeah, she's got a name with a fish connotation. A fish. A fish connotation, and I will mention the name of the fish with a broken tail. Yeah, a fish with a broken tail. Yes, you've got a fish with a broken tail. Right, so that is one half of the couple. The couple, yeah, we call them a couple, shall we? We call them a couple, the lovey-dovey couple. I just made that up, by the way. I don't think it is lovey-dovey at the moment. Oh, no. Yes, so anyway, you got fish with a broken tail, one half of the couple. Yeah, one half of the couple. Then you have the other half of the couple. This is where it gets funny, I think. The name, I have to mention the name because this is the funny part about the couple. I don't know this guy, I've never heard of him, I haven't got a clue. So I'm just talking about the situation, but just the funny side of this thing, the funny side I find is the guy. So you got the woman with the broken tail, wouldn't you? The fish with the broken tail, yeah. And then you've got the other half of the couple, and the guy's name is called Grumpy. Now, with a name like that, Grumpy, at the beginning of the relationship, you know, the relationship. would a woman or a fish or fish woman or whatever, would a woman in the early days of the relationship or whatever, before the relationship, working towards the connection or whatever, would the woman not think to herself, why is this guy called Grumpy? You know, why is he called Grumpy? Yeah. Why is he called Grumpy? I don't even know this guy. I don't know nothing about him or nothing. But is there something in the name that the guy possibly could be, is or was slightly, somewhat a bit of a miserable character? Miserable. Is that where the name came from? You know, the name Grumpy? Good afternoon, good evening, I should say, to the one and only, the fantastic Dave Smithers and Big Bear. Dave, yeah, nice to see you, fella. He's a good guy. This is a guy, I've not seen him about for a while, but I take my hat off I salute this guy at every opportunity. This is a guy that is, he goes out to work, does his job, and he puts bread on the table for his fantastic family. Well done for that, Dave Smithers. Keeping it real, keeping it real. That's the name of the game. But anyway, getting back to this little bit of improv on the power couple. We call them the power couple. Yeah, the power couple. They're like the Posh and Becks of YouTube at the minute. You know the Posh and Becks? Yeah, you got your mermaid. Oh, flip, now I just let it slip. Sorry. Mermaid with broken tail. I think at the moment, look, what we've got at the moment actually is not mermaid with broken tail. We've got mermaid with broken heart. Broken heart, innit? It's all ended in tears. It's all ended in blooming tears. You know what I mean? Like the couple. I don't know if they were actually out there as a couple, or this all just came to the surface when they're having recriminations with each other, popping each other and all that. But I don't know if the mermaid with broken tail and Grumpy were actually a couple, like they were known as a couple, as a sort of Posh and Becks of the YouTube. You know, Posh and Becks? Yes. So I'm only thinking the guy Grumpy, I don't know the guy, I haven't heard them or nothing, so I don't know a lot about it, but is the name anything to do with being quite miserable or whatever? Grumpy? I mean, could that have been warning bells? You know, warning bells for the mermaid with a broken tail? Did she not hear the bells ringing? Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. That the name Grumpy. Grumpy. I mean, I don't know, he might be a barrel of laughs. Has anybody heard this guy Grumpy? Is he quite a funny guy? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Is he a funny guy? He might be a funny guy. Maybe the name is just, you know what I mean? Like, that's just nothing. He's just picked a name, Grumpy. But I'm thinking, did he pick the name Grumpy because he was miserable? He was miserable. Maybe he was not miserable. He is miserable. Is this what it's all about? Is it Mrs. Mermaid with a broken tail? But apparently the mermaid with a broken tail and Grumpy, they've been having a pop at each other, I think, on various chats and all that sort of stuff. Like, and back and forth. So it looks like they are the new. I don't know if there's anybody, if you are too old, too young to remember this. I think a lot of people might be too young to remember this, but it might be. Are they the new sort of retro? The retro Button and Taylor. Button and Taylor. Do you remember Richard Button and Elizabeth Taylor? Yeah, you know, one of the fiery relationships. Yes, on, off sort of thing. Good evening to the one and only, the radio fuming. Good evening to you. Excuse me. Good evening to the shits and giggles. Good evening to you. Good evening to... I thought I seen somebody else there. Yes, so I'm just thinking to myself, like, are they oh, hang on a minute, we've got a Mr. Peggy in the thing. Peggy, is this a friendly force? Mr. Peggy, is Mr. Peggy a friendly force? Because you could actually be recruited for the YouTube Army platoon in the next parade, when we do a parade, proper parade one. But you know your commanding officer is Peggy. Peggy is commanding officer. Rank of major at the moment. Rank of major. Yes, rank of major. So anyway, getting back to, I don't know, you impressed with Mr. Peggy? Peggy will sort him out if this is an infiltrator. This Mr. Peggy will deal with him as a commanding officer. You wouldn't expect anything less from our commanding officer, would you? Just having a drink of coffee. Excuse me. Anyway, I thought in the improv it was worth it was just worth mentioning about the power couple, the Posh and Becks of YouTube, the Taylor Button of YouTube. Yes, it's very, very interesting. And I just think the funny thing about the whole thing, like, without going into all that serious stuff and that, is the guy's name is Grumpy. And I would love to know, maybe I'll find out in the future, if Grumpy was actually a grumpy person. Miserable. Is that another word for grumpy? Like miserableness? Was he very, very grumpy, was he? Yeah. Maybe the mermaid with the broken heart. It's not tail anymore at the moment. It's mermaid with a broken heart. The tail has been, that takes a back seater. And we have a mermaid with a broken heart at the moment. Oh, we've got the old school Pete. 20 is plenty, Pete. Thank you very much for the wonderful catchphrase from OSP, old school Pete. Yeah, we don't want any more than 20 people in the chat at any one time. That is our maximum capacity to busting point. And if we're keeping it below 20, we are well happy with that. Oh, yes, good evening to the one and only, the fantastic Mr. Gary Fearon from the wonderful, I think he may be from the wonderful Emerald Isle, but he has said that he's changing a few things, so he is eligible to join the YouTube platoon, YouTube Army platoon, which is part of, to provide defence of the United Kingdom. But Gary says that, he wants to be part of it. It don't matter if he's from the Emerald Isle. We have just done a new, our commanding officer Peggy has just put through a new declaration. It's a new declaration, and we have now made it possible for volunteers from the wonderful Republic of Ireland, Ireland, the little country in the EU, well, quite a big country actually in the EU, and we've gave them an exemption and they can join the YouTube Army platoon in defence of the fantastic United Kingdom. And we've already got an allegiance from Gary Fearon. Thank you for that, Gary. You shall be promoted on the next YouTube Army platoon parade. You will be getting another promotions. Well done for that, commanding officer Peggy, Major Peggy, or commanding officer. Just whilst we've got a chance to say it, we just say it at the moment. Take time just to say good evening to His Majesty the King. We say good evening to you. Good evening, Your Majesty the King. We wish you and Lady Queen, sorry, I do apologise, King Charles. We say to you, King Charles, and your wonderful wife, Queen Camilla, we wish you a very good evening when you're indoors watching the television. And we can only say one thing, one thing only. We can say, God bless the King and Queen. God bless the King and Queen. God bless the wonderful United Kingdom. Yes, we will stand and defend you at all points and all times. Yes, that is our duty as the YouTube Army platoon. Yeah, don't forget, I'm in the back room. I'm the back room organizer in the War Cabinet. Yeah, campaign recruitment organizer, and I am also the pen pusher. So I'm not on the front line like you guys. That's why I salute you for being in the platoon. Well done for that, people. Well done indeed. Yes. So I can see the Dancing Queen is in the chat. Good evening to the fantastic Dancing Queen. I think you are due a promotion if you do come into the next parade. If you're not available for the next YouTube Army platoon parade, do not worry. We will promote you in if I can say the word, abstentia. In other words, if you're not at the next YouTube Army platoon parade, we will still promote you in your abstentia, meaning you're not there, you're absent from the parade, but we will promote you. because our commanding officer, Peggy, Major Peggy, she will make the recommendations and I will carry out all her commands. Thank you for that, Major Peggy. Thank you very much indeed for all the major commands that have been forthcoming up until present. So anyway, let's get back to this about the power couple, yeah? I think we've said enough about the power couple. It's just a little funny thing about, how can I put it? Yeah, just a bit. You got the mermaid with a broken heart. She's a mermaid with broken heart. You can't look. Whatever happened, who's to blame for this, that, or the other? We do not know. I don't know. I don't know nothing about it. Nobody knows nothing about what goes on between these two people. It's, you know what I mean? Like, we don't know what goes on, but all you can say, all you can take from it is two things. Number one, you got a mermaid with a broken heart because they've ended up parting company. They have parted company. Not very amicable, by the way. It sounds very, 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 very fiery parting of companies. And we know that the other half. Yeah, you got the mermaid with the broken heart, and you got the other half of the power couple. Yeah, it's called Grumpy and Mermaid with a broken heart. Yeah, it's just like the Posh and Becks. Taylor and Button. Now we have got Grumpy and Mermaid with a broken heart. So we don't know. I don't really want to know all this minutiae of what happened about this, that, the other. I just find it funny. I don't know, funny about the name Grumpy. I mean, was that something that the mermaid with a broken heart overlooked? Is the name is Grumpy actually grumpy? Was he miserable? Was he miserable? Yeah. Was he miserable? See, I don't know Grumpy from any chats or anything, you know, like panels. I don't know. I don't know the guy. So I'm just making a little sort of comment on the name, innit? The name is quite funny, innit? Grumpy, and they've ended up having a split. Yeah, they've had split. Yes. Mermaid with a broken heart and Grumpy. Very, very sad that is. Very, very sad day for YouTube couples. YouTube couples. That coffee's nice, by the way. Put the kettle on, Mermaid. Grumpy's coming for coffee. Eh? Oh, well, you got to have a laugh, ain't you? But I'm just thinking, you'll think, listen, you'll think that, you know, they split up these power couples, the dynamics. People are all thinking it's what could have split them up? What could have split them up? Hey, there's more chance, I think, that Grumpy. I'm just talking from the point of view of a guy. I think there's more chance. One of the key contributing factors of breakups in relationships between man and woman, yeah, this is what I would think. It is if the woman is not a very good cook, you know, doesn't cook good, good food sort of thing. If a woman's a good cook, she will keep the man. You know what I mean? Like cooking nice little grubs at night. You know what I mean? Like steak and kidney pie. If you're old school, if you're lucky and you've got old school woman and you're getting your steak and kidney pie and all that sort of stuff, yeah, boiled beef and cabbage, yeah, shepherd's pie. You know, but what I'm saying is, if you've got old school woman, that is good. You're going to get your proper food. Now, the chances are that most relationships are broken up because the women they're not up to it in the kitchen. Do you know what I mean? Like they're just, it's all this microwave, stick it in the oven, and that's not the way to a man's heart. That's not the way to a man's heart. I'm giving a tip to you ladies out there, ladies in the chat. If you want to get a woman, yeah, No, sorry, no woman. Well, you might want to get a woman depending on what way what way you swing. But anyway, we'll stick with the thing, the dynamic of man and woman. Yeah. If you want to get yourself fella, ladies in the chat, just see the first time if you ever hook up with a guy, right, and you make him a nice dinner, like a nice dinner. No one of these things is just took out the freezer and chucked in the oven. Don't do that. You've got to make something sort of decent. If you're in Scotland, yeah, I recommend you make, and I will use this Scottish terminology, you make a nice big pot of, and give the guy a nice plate of mince and totties. Mince and totties for the Glasgow area, mince and totties. Mince and tatties for Scotland wide, innit? For the chuchtas. Mince and tatties, mince and tatties. But for the Glasgow area, mince and totties, and that's it. You've got the guy for life. That is the way to capture a man's heart. Capture a man's heart through his belly. Yeah, yeah. That could be your motto, ladies. Capture a man's heart through his belly and turn on the telly. That's it. Have a bit of dinner and then turn the telly on, turn the box on, innit? That's the way to do it. Yeah. That's the way to do it, people. So I'm giving good tips to ladies about dating. Yeah. What else? What else do I think? Yeah. No, that's about it, really. I think that's it. That has got to be one of the key stipulations, bullet points, salient points in a man's needs. A man's needs need to be fulfilled, and his most precious need in relationship is to make sure his belly is full of lovely grub, quality food. And the only way that can be accomplished by his partner is if they make an effort, if the ladies make an effort and cook some decent food, which I am very highly confident that most women have got the aptitude to do this. And just before you start saying to me, oh, this guy's being sexist, he's being sexist, talking about women in the food, cooking the food and all that in the kitchen and that. But there's always two sides to the story. And the second side of the story is, if you cook a guy a decent meal and yourself, yeah, you cook a decent food, he will do the dishes. Yeah. Like wash up the pots, pans and plates. I used to do that myself, like, yeah. Like wash the after the missus done the grub and that, I'd be in the kitchen, with the what do you call it, marigolds on. I always go for the yellow marigolds, the yellow marigolds. Yeah, they're all right. Like, and I also recommend to guys that go in the kitchen to do washing up, when you get your marigolds on, yeah, make sure when your missus, if she goes and buys them, or you go and buy them yourself, that you buy the large ones. You get more room, in the marigolds, the gloves. And you can get, you can get in that sink and wash the dishes for your other half. Your other half. That's the way to do it. You know what I mean? Like, that's the way to do it. Eh? Anyway, what are you having tonight? I bet you're loving this improv tonight. I hope she don't mind, like that. I know she's going through a thing me time at the minute. Well, the two of them are, the power couple, the love couple, the posh and Becks of YouTube, the Taylor and Button of YouTube. Yeah, they've gone through a traumatic time, so I hope they don't mind me having a laugh there. You know what I mean? I'm not getting into the nitty gritty and the what have you of it, but yes, I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea to do all your dirty washing on YouTube. But that's the word I think is apt. Yes, I would say to the power couple, Yes, the Posh and Becks, the Taylor and Button of YouTube. Don't air your dirty washing on YouTube. It doesn't do both of yous any good. Both of yous any good. I mean, I don't know. Look, what I would recommend, this is in all sincerity, in all sincerity, I would say if these two people are at each other's throats at the moment, which they probably are, they should be big enough to think, well, hang on a minute, look, what I'm going to do is let's speak off YouTube and sort it out. You know, all right, they might never be friends again. They might never be the couple. They will never be the couple again. Oh, no. I don't think they will. Well, you never know, do you? But the thing is, they are better to sort off their differences off YouTube, innit? Off YouTube. Like, speak to one another. Because it sounds to me like they were very, very, very close at one time. Do you know what I mean? Like, so they're very, very close relations at one time. They should be big enough to put their differences aside, just to sort of to resolve the conflict. And because they don't want the last thing I would have thought they'd want is every Tom, Dick, and Harry and jockney like me talking about them. Like, you know, I mean, I'm just having a little thing, maybe improv, and I'm not getting into the deep, dark stuff and all that about what they're all arguing about. But they don't want every Tom, Dick, and Harry babbling on about them for like weeks and weeks and months. This could end up getting into the summer. Can you imagine in the summer? I'm just trying to visualise this. The sun's shining out there. Like, I'm just looking at my window, by the way, yeah? My window, that is to use English people. I just nearly said that. I lapsed into a bit of Scottish there with window. My windy. I'm looking at my windy there, and the sun's... this is some Highlander. I'm looking at my windy there. I'm looking at my windy. And up there in the sky, the sun is shining here, up here in bonny Scotland. Oh, it's beautiful up here. I've got all the heather, and I've got the grouse flying about everywhere. Oh, they're flying about everywhere. Oh, yes, duck. And they're talking about quack, quack. Yeah, but anyway, come the summer, do we want to be talking about the couple? Do people want to be talking about the power couple? The Posh and Becks? The Taylor and, what's the name? Burton and Taylor. Posh and Becks. Yeah. So it looks like they're the most dynamic couple on this little YouTube scene at the moment. Do you know what I mean? Like, but I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen there. Well, what time's it, people? What time's it? As I say, the sun will shine, dark clouds fading, love and be kind. As I say, the sun will shine. Don't ever leave me, stay and be mine. Acapella, my people. Yeah. Anyway, let's hope that Grumpy, what's his name? Grumpy. Let's hope Grumpy is not miserable. He's not miserable. He's upbeat. And what about poor mermaid with a broken heart? Oh, what the two of them going to do? Like, they've got to sort something out before the summer. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think I'm going to go in a moment. What I'm going to do is the next one. I think you really want to be back on. I need to just get some feedback from the chat there, but I think we need to do another YouTube Army platoon parade or next live, because you're going to have to remember all your ranks. You know your ranks, because I can't remember all the ranks. There's been lots and lots of promotions dished out. Lots and lots of promotions, yeah? Yeah, very, very, lots of promotions. And basically, all we know is we do know we've got our key officers. Yeah, we've got the overall commanding officer, officer commanding Major Peggy. Yeah, that's the big cheese, the top banana of the YouTube Army platoon. We know who that is, the one and only Major Peggy. And then we have, yeah, the next most powerful one, not in high in ranks, but it's a very close. They work together. Is the Regimental Sergeant Major. Yeah, Regimental Sergeant Major Sean Wayne. So these are the ranks that we know. We know for sure the Regimental Sergeant Major Sean Wayne, and we do know of the Colour Sergeant Zeus. But there's all loads of other people with ranks there, and we're going to have to dish out. I think we're going to have to dish out some more promotions. Yes, some more promotions in the next YouTube Army Platoon Parade. We are going to. We still haven't got any low-level stolen valor coming to the YouTube Army Platoon. Yeah, we haven't even got any. Yeah, we haven't even got any of the very low level, which is permissible. It's permissible for very, very low level stolen valor to join our platoon. You know, I don't know what's happening there. Oh yeah, we do need a cook. We do need a cook. Yes, Colour Sergeant Sis, you're right there. We do need yeah. Oh no, this is cheeky, Peggy. This is cheeky. This at the moment, Mr. Peggy is a rank of private. He's just a private at the moment. You say I should be higher ranked than my Peggy kind of Jockney. Mr. Peggy's looking to go up the ranks. Commanding Officer Peggy. I think this Mr. Peggy is very keen to climb the ranks. Keep your eye on this guy, Mr. Peggy, will you? Officer Commanding Major Peggy, please keep an eye on this Mr. Peggy, because it looks like he is. He's making good. I'm trying to think what the word is. Good efforts. He's making good efforts for promotion, Peggy. He is making good efforts for promotion. Hang on a minute. Yes, we have got an idea from the company Sergeant Major, Regimental Sergeant Major Sean Wayne, David Williams for cook. That is a possibility. But don't forget, if we make David Williams cook, he will be a high rank, Sean, because the cook would probably be. There's a possibility that in charge of the cookhouse, yeah, he could be a warrant officer. He could be something like the equivalent of the same rank as yourself. He could be a similar rank as yourself, Sergeant Major. I don't think that was a good idea to recommend him as cook. If you want him, like, he's going to be right up there in the rankings with you, Sergeant Major. If he gets promoted, that is. If he gets promoted, but he's not been promoted yet, and he might not get promoted. So anyway, yes, he's making a lot of good efforts here, Peggy. Officer Commanding Major Peggy. Mr. Peggy is very, very impressive in the ranks. He's very, very impressive in the ranks. I think we're going to save this for the next one. We're going to have what do you call it? We're going to have another YouTube Army Platoon Parade. I think Old School Pete is going to be due for some promotions as well in this. Further promotions for Old School Pete. So basically, I'm going to sign off now, people. Yeah. Keep your morale up, Cara K. Corporal Cara. You could be in for a further promotion in the next YouTube Army Platoon Parade. So don't let your morale slip. Don't let your morale slip. Oh, hang on a minute. We've got Sergeant Slop out. How did I miss him? Oh yeah, Sergeant Slopout. Have you been promoted lately, Sergeant Slopout? Yes. Mention him in dispatches, Peggy, Sergeant Slopout. He could be in for a promotion on the next YouTube Army Platoon Parade. There's quite a few of them. There's going to be a lot of promotions. I think Mr. Liam Carty is definitely in for a large promotion on the next YouTube Army Platoon Parades. Yes, sir. Indeed, indeed. So on that note, I'm going to sign off now. My people, yeah. We'll do one soon. We'll have the next one will be the YouTube Army Platoon Parade, and we'll do promotions. Yeah. What about this guy? This David Williams, is he up for promotions, Peggy? I think he came in with a Celtic jumper on his avatar. That is a very good sign for promotions, Peggy. Yeah, he's got the Celtic top on. That is, he done a sneaky move by doing that, Peggy. Officer Commanding, Major Peggy. He come in with the Celtic jumper on, which is doing him a lot of good. It's doing him a lot of good for promotions. Oh, he's a 4. I don't think David Williams is going to get any promotions. Well, if Officer Commanding is watching, well done for that, Officer. Officer Commanding, well done for keeping an eye on that guy with the Celtic top. It looks like he was in the Infiltrator. Well done for that. Well done. Yeah, well done for that, Peggy. Keep your eyes peeled. So on that note, I am going to sign off, my people. Thank you to the wonderful Sean Wayne. Yeah, Sean Wayne, MC, Cara K, Zeus, Liam Carty, David Williams, Old School Pete, Karina. Yes, Mr. Peggy. If I've missed your names, Sean Wayne, we've got Liam Carty. Yeah, I've done all that. Zeus, yes, Zeus. So everybody, and the fantastic, the wonderful, tremendous, absolutely fabulous, gorgeous, beautiful Peggy. Thank you to my commanding officer, Major Peggy, Officer Commanding, Commanding Officer. Thank you, Peggy, for commanding your troops tonight. And I will catch you all on the next live, which will be a YouTube Army Platoon Parade with promotions, the next live. So remember your current ranks and you will be in line for major promotions. So I'm just going to sign off, and we wish, just before I sign off, we wish the power couple, yeah, we wish the Posh and Becks, the Taylor and Burton of the YouTube, we wish them all the best and hope that they get back on track. So everybody have a great night, my people, be lucky and stay blessed. Catch you later. Bye for now.